Let's talk about the real pros and cons, housing prices, taxes, utilities, commute, schools, and lifestyle in Raleigh, North Carolina. So you can decide with confidence whether or not you want to move here or it's a definite no, I'm not going to Raleigh. Stay with me. And welcome back. If you and your family are considering relocating to Raleigh, North Carolina, I would like to talk to you about the honest truth, pros, cons, what our clients and we love and we don't really like that much. So let's start with number one, median sales price. The pricing has increased tremendously. We're looking at almost $500,000 for a home, and most of the time you're going to find an older home in the Raleigh area. Homes stay here on the market for about 46 days or longer, but if the home belongs to a great school and it's well priced and in great condition, it's going to sell with multiple offers. Keep that in mind because this particular market is very different than all of the other markets in the United States. Part of the breakdown of moving to the Raleigh area, the pros and cons, of course, you're going to have to look at taxes, right? Property taxes. I'm not talking about anything else. And roughly you can look at about 0.87, or how about we round it up to 1% in property taxes for the Raleigh area. Now, of course, some people might say they're going to increase, and there's just increases that we're seeing every year. But a lot of other people from New Jersey, from New York, from all of the biggest cities are saying that it's significantly lower than what they're paying at the moment. So let's dive shortly into the real pros of living in Raleigh. Number one would be job opportunity. Now, the proximity to RTP fuels a lot of tech, a lot of biotech growth, and also steady buyer demand. The second thing would be lifestyle. Now you have the greenways, you have the parks, you have the diversity in foods, you have a lot of events, you have the amenities of all of the neighborhoods without the big city chaos, and people are coming more and more to the conclusion that they just want to have peace of mind and a great community, and they can use their money for something else instead of just spending it in the big cities. They can spend it here and then save and travel the world. And speaking of traveling the world, you have so much neighborhood variety, which is another big plus. You have the inside the Beltline, the character of the homes. You have the North Raleigh, you have, the country club living, you have the suburban options, you have Cary, Apex, Holly Spring, Morrisville. You have so much variety and so much community that is very, very hard to pass on that diversity that all of these neighborhoods have to offer. Now let's talk about the overall value that Raleigh, North Carolina has to offer. Many cost of living indexes actually place Raleigh slightly below national average overall, right? So you're going to pay for something amazing, but then when you're right there, slightly below national average, you can get an idea why a lot of families are coming here, besides the fact that we have all these universities, all these greenways, the parks, the diversity, right? So your utilities are not going to be as high, the cost for gas, for money, for food. I know I have a lot of people telling me that's not really true, everything is getting more expensive. Yes, but not only here. Things are getting more expensive, crazy expensive in other areas of the country. So when you look at who's coming here and why they're coming here, and you look at how much they were paying in other states, you realize why Raleigh is situated where it is situated, looking at the nationwide situation. Looking at the cons, of course, like I said, a lot of people say, Joanna, you're not right. Everything is so much more expensive. True, there is an affordability pressure compared to how it was 10 years ago. So pricing has climbed. So if you want to buy something, look at the rate buy downs. You need someone to be on your side for some strong negotiation for you. However, the pricing didn't just increase in the Raleigh area. It increased everywhere, right? After COVID, things really shifted. So for all of the people that are complaining or are saying, listen, you're not correct, it's not affordable, I understand. But Raleigh, another big thing that I love about Raleigh is that it's, as a city, it really strives to offer as much affordable housing as possible. So yes, the pricing has increased, but at the same time, you do have some options here in Raleigh. So now let's go back to the taxes and to the valuations, right? So the same pro is a con for someone else. So if you understand your combined city and county rate for your address, you're not gonna be in a blur and you're going to say, yes, I can afford that, or no, I think that that's crazy, and it keeps on increasing, right? So the same thing that other people say, yes, this is so much more affordable, other people here say, well, we've been here for 20 years and taxes keep on increasing, and that is a sad reality. What else are people complaining about? They're complaining about traffic and the growth pains. People say, do not come here anymore, leave us alone, because all of the popular corridors can really stretch commutes. So if you're coming here, you need to choose a neighborhood that is going to be very close to your work hub. Another complaint would be the competition by micro market. The areas that have in-demand school zones and some downtown Raleigh pockets can still draw multiple offers. So it's hyper local. You look at comps, or you look, 3 streets down, things are not moving, and then your street is going crazy and 10,000 people are competing for the same house. So it is such a special market. Like I said, the real estate here has always been different than other states, that you really need to have a great real estate agent to advise you accordingly, because you might be putting a lot of offers and not winning because you don't know how to approach the situation. Also, very important reminder, the school assignments here can change annually. Always verify a specific address with the district-based school locator, because there are families who have 3 kids and they think that all of them are going to go to the same school. And sometimes things change, especially when you get to high schools that are in popular demand. So definitely check with your realtor and make sure that you are very aware of the school situation in Raleigh, North Carolina. All right, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I hope this wasn't too long. And if you have any questions about relocating to the Raleigh, North Carolina area, or about buying a house here, investing in real estate, definitely connect with us. We've helped hundreds of families with their real estate dream, and we would be more than happy to help you as well. Mwah! Ciao! Have a beautiful rest of your day.